Today we have something new and interesting for you, and in this you will be interacting with us. So we have two sets of fabrics ready for you, out of which one fabric set you will be guessing what kind of fabric it is, and in another you're going to be guessing the print and the motifs of it. So get ready with your keypads because this is going to be fun and interesting. Let's go. So the first fabric that we have here is one of the most oldest traditional South Indian fabric. As you can see here, this has a very lustrous texture to it, as well as this is a very prestigious and it's a huge status symbol in South India. So it's hand woven and it comes from the city of Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu. And most of these fabrics are usually coming towards the most high-end or expensive side of the fabric's quality. And it's usually worn as saris in more of a traditional events. So our second fabric here is a really interesting one, and it is made with a lot of labor intensive technique, and it's hand woven in that technique too. It takes days and weeks to create this kind of fabric, and it has a geometric like pattern, and it's both reversible. It has a really soft texture to it too, and it's also used in the earlier times before. Most of the women used to wear this kind of fabric for their saris or for any kind of outfit. So guess what it is? So this third fabric that we have here is a little more crisp and sheer. So I'll give you a look on how it is. So as you can see through the embroidery itself and the sequence, that this is usually worn in some kind of party wear or events which are more grand. And the delicate fabric itself passes through light and it gives a more glimmering look. So you might just guess what this is. In our third fabric, we have something interesting. So this fabric comes from the Mughal period all the way from 18th century. So this fabric is more translucent when you look at it, and it can be softly draped into a sari as well. And the best part about it, or the unique thing about it, is the work that is done on it, because it's usually some nice zari work or silver or gold zari work that's done, and it has a really sheer texture to it. So the next fabric that I'm going to show you is something that we all are very much aware of. This comes from a Persian influence and was later used in a weaving technique in Varanasi. So let's have a look at it. As you can see the fabric here, it has this very unique brocade design all over it, and the texture and the quality of the silk that is used here is very fine, and it's one of the most prestigious fabric quality, and it is very famous in the north side of India as well. So now we're going to guess the different designs and motifs that you see on these beautiful fabrics. So let's get started. Here we have this gorgeous design. Now this comes from an origination of Persia, and this was known in their land. So here we have this really fascinating design in front of us. As you can see, these are all mythical creatures, and this is prominently seen in the South Indian temples here, and it's also used in sculptures or in the doorways here at South India. So the basic idea of this design is that it is a lion's body with an elephant's trunk, and there are a few more mythical creatures across this fabric, one of which is a peacock. So what kind of motif could that be? Let me know in the comments down. So the next design that you can see here has this beautiful details of deers all over it. Now this is something that is also seen here in India, usually in Kanchipuram saris. This is usually symbolic to non-violence since it's a deer, and it's usually in the color of golden itself. Now the nice or the cool thing about this is that this is usually associated to a more traditional and authentic temple, and it's usually seen in the most traditional areas since it's considered to be one of the vehicles of Lord Shiva. So this is how they usually connect these. So this motif that you see here is the next design that you have to guess. Now this motif is basically considered to be the tears of Lord Shiva, and it holds a lot of spiritual value to it. These motifs are usually seen in prestigious saris like Kanjivaram saris that you see, and it has a beautiful and positive energy to it, and that is why it's commonly used in most of the traditional and most authentic saris or fabric. So this next design, it is the core element of a beautiful motif that I'm going to talk about. This shows the portrayal of hunting scenes, and usually it shows hunters along with animals. There are a variety of animals that you can usually see in these kind of motifs, and it has a lot of natural elements to it too, so it provides a really dynamic composition to the entire thing. So the whole thing is meticulously crafted in such a way that it gives you the vibe or the aura that we're in a forest, or that this has been happening in a more nature or scenic kind of view, and that's the whole viewpoint of this motif. So this next design, it is the core element of a beautiful motif that I'm going to talk about. This shows the portrayal of hunting scenes, and usually it shows hunters along with animals. There are a variety of animals that you can usually see in these kind of motifs, and it has a lot of natural elements to it too, so it provides a really dynamic composition to the entire thing. So the whole thing is meticulously crafted in such a way that it gives you the vibe or the aura that we're in a forest, or that this has been happening in a more nature or scenic kind of view, and that's the whole viewpoint of this motif. Thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, you can like and comment in the section below, which you probably already are doing, and you can subscribe to our channel. If you want to know more about such collections, you can visit our store at Banjara Hills Road number 1 or shop online at Fabric by Singhanias.